Our citywide Teacher of the Year is from Oscar Smith High School. Principal Paul Joseph will provide the introduction.
Good evening, Chairman Bunn, Vice Chairman Profit, school board members, Dr. Roberts, superintendents, administrative staff, and guests. I have the great honor of introducing Jahkari Taylor, Chesapeake's citywide Teacher of the Year. Mr. Taylor is one of the most effective teachers I have ever met. He is the most sought-out co-teacher in our building. Core teachers line up to work with him each year. As the voice of the Tigers, his positive outlook on life is shared each day on our morning announcements. Mr. Taylor is one of those rare people with the ability to get the best out of every person he meets. It is my honor to introduce Chesapeake's citywide Teacher of the Year, Mr. Jahkari Taylor.
Good evening, Chairman Bunn, Vice Chairman Profit, school board members, Dr. Roberts, Superintendent, administrative staff, and guests. I first have to say thank you for just this honor and this privilege of representing Chesapeake Public Schools as the citywide Teacher of the Year. As one of our Teachers of the Year has stated, I too am a product of Chesapeake Public Schools, and I started in Port Locke Primary many years ago. And I matriculated through this same school system and became a graduate of Oscar Smith High School, so I am a Tiger and bleed blue and gold. But during the process of time, I have met some of the most wonderful people that the world has to offer, from nurses and custodial staff and cafeteria workers to teacher assistants and teachers and wonderful administration. So I am a first-hand witness of the impact that an educational system can make when everyone unites behind a common goal. But when I entered public schools at Port Locke Primary, I was by no means the ordinary student. I carried what I like to call invisible baggage. It's the type of issues that are beyond the surface that you don't readily see upon entry into the classroom. I inherited a single-parent upbringing. I lived in an impoverished neighborhood, and my mentality was not necessarily conducive to academic excellence. I didn't wake up as a student and say, which class am I going to study for today, or which test am I going to pass today? I just wasn't that type of student. I was not ordinary, I was different. But the good thing for me was when I entered the classrooms in Chesapeake Public Schools, I didn't interact with ordinary teachers. I had different types of teachers. I mean, they were difference makers, game changers, who really believed in me, and they believed in the life-changing power of education. So they took the time and they cared enough to build a relationship with me to find out why I wasn't achieving to my potential, and then they kindly guided me to academic excellence. So as an educator, that's what I try to do for my students. I understand that they're going to come to the table with invisible baggage. As a special education teacher working primarily with students who have emotional disabilities, I understand that they may not come to class and be motivated and inspired and driven in the beginning of the day. So it is my job to build a relationship, to sift through their baggage, to find out what inspires them and what motivates them, and then guide them kindly towards academic excellence the way my teachers guided me toward academic excellence. So I just want to thank you all for this privilege, for this honor to represent you in Chesapeake Public Schools, because I do believe we have the greatest people that not only the state has to offer, but the world. Our educational system has impacted many people and changed lives. The trajectory of my destiny was altered because I had people who cared. And the reality is, it wasn't just teachers. It was custodial workers, it was cafeteria staff, it was teacher assistants. It was a cumulative effect that helped me realize what I brought to the table, and that's what inspired me to become a teacher. So now as a teacher, I just try to do what the teachers that inspired me had done for me. I try to make sure my students understand the life-changing power of education and the value of having an education. So in closing, I just want to say thank you again, Chairman Bunn, Vice Chairman Profit, Dr. Roberts, school board members, superintendent, staff, guests, Thank you for the honor, for the privilege of being your Chesapeake Citywide Teacher of the Year. I am forever grateful for it. Thank you.
Before closing, I would like to take a moment to thank Mr. Bill Schneider from Priority Automotive. He could not be here this evening, but we want to acknowledge him and thank him for his generosity in providing a car for our Citywide Teacher of the Year. Mr. Schneider was at our Teacher of the Year ceremony in March and made the announcement of the gift to Mr. Taylor during that ceremony. On behalf of the Department of Human Resources, I would like to thank you for allowing us the opportunity to showcase this year's Teachers of the Year. I would also like to thank you for your continued support and attendance at our annual event. May I respond to any questions?
No questions, but wow. We have 4 outstanding teachers. We have thousands of outstanding teachers through the system. I want to congratulate each and every one of you and your administrators and your fellow teachers. You guys are making a difference every single day. And I would like them to be recognized before the board too.
Chairman Bunn, I'll proceed with our next group.